Hey everyone, welcome to the first episode of the State of Solido, your insider into everything happening at Solido. Today, we've got a lot to unpack from recent product updates and ecosystem highlights to everything happening behind the scenes. So let's get started with some major developments straight from the core. So starting off strong, the Solido app just got a major facelift. A fresh new interface with smoother navigation and a cleaner design that makes everything feel sharper and faster. Borrowing, staking, or tracking your positions just feels easier now. It's still the same Solido underneath, just way more polished and intuitive. Now moving on to security, we don't cut corners, and you know that. Solid and veSOLID have officially completed a comprehensive audit by Movebit, covering everything from token contracts to vesting and airdrop modules to make sure every vote, lock, and reward mechanism is fully verified. The results? No criticals and no majors. And that's exactly how we want to enter the token launch: secure, verified, and solid. Now moving on to the trenches, or as they say, the back end, we also updated system parameters to make borrowing smoother and safer across the board. For Supra, the maximum LTV has been increased from 60 to 73%, and liquidation now triggers at 75%. For stSUPRA, the maximum LTV is now 63% and liquidation happens at 65%. What this means is simple. You have way more headroom to borrow and less risk of liquidation. And you can also manage your leverage with a bit more breathing space, especially in such volatile markets. Alright, let's zoom out a bit because there's also a lot happening in the Supra ecosystem right now. So cash is now live on Dex and Perpetuals, collateralizing trades on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and Supra with up to 150 times the leverage. But here's the game changer. Cash has evolved from a stablecoin into a yielding engine now. Every trade on Dexton flows through the cash vault, and 70% of all trading fees are redistributed directly to cash stakers. This is AutoFi in action. The more cash is used, the more it earns. And of course, the biggest date on the calendar, November 15th. That's when the Solid token goes live, kicking off the next phase of Solido's evolution, the era of governance, built by us and guided by you. Now that was all for major updates. Let's take a quick look at how the systems has been performing. So Solido's TVL currently sits at 2.62 million, and we hit an all-time high of 3 million last week. In the past weeks, stSUPRA supply has also increased by about 10%, showing steady adoption. Now we know the numbers aren't the full story, but they do tell us something important. The people are trusting the system and the users are locking in. More Supra is being staked, more cash is being minted, and the ecosystem's liquidity loop, it's just getting stronger every day. It's not just metrics, it's conviction. So I think that's where things stand right now. A stronger UI, a clean audit, smarter parameters, new integrations, and a token launch sitting right around the corner, marking the beginning of the next stage. And this series is going to be your window into that journey. Every episode will bring you updates, insights, and sometimes even a few surprises from the team. But I think that's all for the first episode of the State of Solido. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you so much for being a part of this journey. Stay informed, stay tuned, and as always, stay solid. See you next time.